If you won enough money never have to work again but didn't want to sit around being lazy, then what would you do? Submitted by Pokey_Bum_Wank. I'd like to become a book blogger. Get all the new releases. Go to all the cons and signing sessions. Not to earn money from it but to find the new big series and to help smaller authors with a really good book get the publicity they deserve. I would play so much more music. I'd play more guitar. I'd learn piano. Probably drums too. If I could be unemployed and have a studio at my disposal, I'd be in heaven. Probably work part-time at a non-profit and travel. Become a host of fantastically over-the-top orgy parties. Buy 73 kazoos and attempt to play them all at once. Buy a van. Put a mattress in the back and travel the country. I'd bring my camera to capture the breathtaking moments I'd come across. So peaceful. I'm not sure. Send me $1 million and we'll find out. Buy a workshop and try all the crafts I've always wanted to. Woodworking, leatherwork, blacksmithing, etc. Go back to university and keep on learning until I die. Commercial pilot's license. Done. I would pretend to be a Nigerian prince but actually give people money. Continuously improve yourself. Work on better health. Learn another language. Choose a field and learn. Learn. Find a hobby and get good at it. Really good. Make other people feel better. Hobbies. I have several already and a ton more I'd like to get into but don't have the time or money. Start a business that interests me or invest in a business that interests me. PCP and golf. Probably the exact same stuff I'm doing now, but I wouldn't have to worry about money. I'd get fit and do a fair few very long hikes. After that, I'd do things that were useful for the community. Lay around being lazy. I'll tell you what I do. 2 chicks at the same time. Disaster relief. I'd be able to go on a moment's notice. Never worry about finding work coverage. Sell propane and propane accessories. Hound Lounge. A place for you to bring your hound to chill and socialize. And it would have a coffee shop, microbrewery for human socialization. I would also have a community veggie garden and let school kids come and learn about how to make a garden flourish. And I would make YouTube videos teaching those that wish to learn the ways of veggie gardens. Study in another country. Volunteer at music festivals and others, but mostly the music ones. Volunteer at NMC, Studio Bell, local music history museum type place. Volunteer at pet shelters and related places. Besides that, travel every now and then. Follow my favorite bands on tours to as many cities as possible. Music trips are the best. Work it out. Just because you're wealthy enough to do nothing doesn't mean the money is working. I'd work on making the money work for me so my family won't have to work either. Provided they've learned to maintain the money making money. Have a month-long travel holiday every few months. I know someone who does this. They basically check off places they want to go and stay out there. Oh, and lots of dogs. Foster kittens and cats. Probably do theater. Write a book or 2. Find ways to overwork myself. To drown my shame in not having to work. While others do. So much so. Go backpacking for as long as possible. Maybe stop at a town for a couple days to restock. But just try to get away. Definitely buy a bunch of property in Montana. Learn how to grow vegetables and fruit in the summer. Hike, fish, shoot, learn archery, drive 4-wheelers. Get a bunch of dogs and some chickens and goats and a cow. Go as off-grid as I can while still having gigabit internet and have as much power as I want. Just go Forrest Gump across the USA on foot. Maybe open an animal sanctuary. Or perhaps more realistically, strike up a partnership with an existing one. Either that or something in TV, film production. Buy into a production house or small working studio. But mostly, I'd just want to sit around being lazy. Impregnate the land with trees, try cultivate more forest areas, combat desertification. Pro bono employment law. I would be the scourge of asshole employers who don't follow wage and hour laws. Engage in illegal discrimination. Fuck with ex-employees' unemployment benefits, etc. Amateur rocket, STEM educator, or just stay home doing art stuff. An open cat shelter. Help out at all of the animal shelters near me. Volunteer, see a lot of theater, read, travel, enjoy life. It's a dream of mine to have a workshop and make stuff out of wood and fix cars. Smell of sawed wood is just one of those smells that gets me up in the morning, and I always wanted to restore an old car. Pizza. Suck a lot of dick for fun. Travel the world. Do research in something I'm interested in and lots of community service or charity. Open a bookstore, cigar shop. I live in a small Midwestern town, and the nearest store to get a good book or decent cigar is 2 hours away. Probably keep going to school and just stock up on various degrees. Maybe get a part-time somewhere with one of said degrees. Hire tutors and learn things. Buy a large parcel of land, build what I need on it, and run a little farm till I am old and gray. I'd still write. It's the only hobby I take with any real seriousness. Maybe I'd also go back to college and sign up as a theater major. I like learning, and that could also get me out of my shell more. Option number 1. Keep my current job as a research chemist at a university. It's mentally stimulating and sometimes has the potential to do some real good in the world. But it'd be a lot easier to not sweat the failures if my livelihood didn't depend on a paycheck. Additionally, it's project-based, so I could probably negotiate working part-time. Option number 2. Start a distillery to implement a lot of the ideas I've been building up over the years, with no need to get anything to market unless I thought it was really up to snuff. No making vodka or whiskey in tiny barrels just to generate cash flow. The biggest question would be where to put it, because the Oregon coast seems like the perfect climate, but it's a challenge to keep up a social life out there. Plant trees I can climb. Do that thing every animal lover talks about. Buy a big ranch and adopt all the dogs. Spend my days playing with all the dogs. Just what I do now when I'm not at work. Just more of it. I.e. hobbies. Video games. Exercise. Spending time with my pets. Etc. Shitpost on Reddit at home. I would start using my time to get my friends and family to a point where they did not have to work. Be that helping them start a business, working for them, etc. I feel my time would be wasted if I could not help others get to the place I am at. Plus, who am I gonna have fun with if they all are working? Come on, I got to get all my people happy so I can be happy with them. Travel to the French Riviera. Live there for a while. Then visit Greece, Colombia, and travel and live for a few months in different places around the world. I would volunteer as a nurse. Can't let those skills go to waste. I actually like taking care of people. Are we talking about a some like never need to work again, or can literally do whatever he want without thinking about the sum? And #X200B. If the latter. Found a game developing company with studios around the major developing locations. Hiring for normal paying but with guaranteed work hours. No overtime, etc. And those studios will be 100% focused on remaking games. either his simple HD version by updating textures etc., or completely rebuilding it in newer engines. If possible, mod support, and #X200B. Games are some kind of art, and should be treated like it and preserved. Future generations should be allowed to access them this year. I'd finish learning how to blacksmith. I wouldn't really care about making money from it, but I'd be making something which would be interesting. Buy a pharmacy or grow my own vegetables. Own livestock. Drive an old beater sports car. Really, I just want to live quietly. Volunteer and donate my time and money to charitable causes of my choice. What a joy it would be to have ample time and resources to devote yourself to causes that you care about, if only. Raid Area 51 but bringing tanks for everyone. I am not sold on the not wanting to sit around and be lazy thing. Why would I not want that? I want that now when I can't afford it. Okay, eventually it might get boring, but I would give being lazy a try for a few months. Then I would slowly go through the list of things I always wanted to do but never had the time. Staring simply with movies I never got to watch and books I meant to read and work myself up to. Some more extreme stuff like skydiving. But being lazy still sound really tempting. Continue to work and invest my money in businesses. A lot of non-working type things. Be politician. I know for a fact that I could do better than 99% of the people who do get into office. And I have a strong interest in making the country an actual better place for everyone. Not just the rich and powerful. Unfortunately, I am in an established career, and I can't afford to throw that away to run for office, as I would basically be incapable of supporting myself off of pay that you get as a state legislator. I am not so full of myself as to think that I could immediately win a national seat. While there are tons of different reasons that the rich tend to dominate politics, a surprising reason that we don't see more average people running in elections is just the fact that most representatives are woefully underpaid. And, as contrary as it sounds, even at the national level we could likely open the door to more average person congresspeople by increasing pay, so you don't have to be independently rich to support yourself as a representative. Buy a cattle ranch and brewery. I actually have a teacher who got wealthy as an actuary and is now my math teacher. His class sucks ass. Travel and make movies. Travel, learn useless skills and probably try to make the world happier. Volunteer work. Probably start up a non-profit and travel around the world righting wrongs. Like some philanthropist guru. Tell us how much you won up. Spend a lot of time outdoors. Travel Europe just to meet new people and see some places I haven't seen yet. And train jiu-jitsu a lot more often. Reach Grandmaster in Overwatch and develop an assortment of softwares. I have almost achieved the first one. Make cosplay. Do more family activities, like city breaks and bike rides. Work for educational or research charities providing support aligned to my profession. Be a school governor. Create a community space in my village. I'd study at college. When I get bored of that, I'd attempt to work or volunteer in museums I'd spend a lot of time with. My SO. I would relax, sit around on my ass, and I would do nothing. Try for moonshot projects. Design things that could have a true, tangible impact on civilization while having a positive impact on the planet. Continue what I do, producing music.